What's up, guys? I will be explaining the 5/20/25 attacks facts and the September 11th attacks facts while I play Pressure. Endless, I will be explaining the 5/20/25 attacks first and then the September 11th attacks. So 5/20/25 attacks was based in Mongolia and New York, Manhattan. So at 7:45, not no, yeah, before that, at 7:28 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the West Tower was struck first, and at 7:45 was the East Tower that struck second, and then collapsed. Same as the South Tower that collapsed. The East Tower collapsed at 8:37, but at 9:30, the West Tower was struck. Not struck. The West Tower collapsed at exactly 9:30 a.m. It's Eastern Standard Time. But at 6:16, World Chillmatic Center 3 collapsed, and other buildings survived. Exactly at 6:30, the One World Trade Center was struck. The reason why it was the planes that crashed into the Twin Black World Chillmatic Center towers was not. The planes are too big for the World Chillmatic Center. I think the planes were just too big for the World Chillmatic Center. They used RPG looking rockets just to crash into the towers and all that. They used the rockets because there was no other plane to crash in the World Chillmatic Center. So they decided to use rockets. One was the West Tower was called Bowie Airlines Flight F-2 Bomber 522 that hit the West Tower, and the plane that was Invited Airlines 125 crashed into the East Tower because there was no other American Airlines, United Airlines, Delta Airlines, or other planes. There was no other planes to crash into the World Chillmatic Center. That's the reason why they used rockets instead of American Airlines, United Airlines, or even Delta Airlines. So, the reason why the Twin Black Towers were collapsed, just like the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center, the reason why the World Chillmatic Center was named because it was named after World Trade Center, in 2016, just 2 years after One World Trade Center was open. But they built it like the Twin Black Towers. They didn't use it as a memorial. They used it to rename the World Trade Center and all that. And then instead of September 11th, 2025, they exactly used 5/20. I don't know why, but instead of the Al Qaeda leaders or the Taliban leaders or something like that, they It was caused by my worst clone named Desway, aka whatever. I think I call him Desway for me, but Kenny calls him Deswa. Yeah, Deswa. I think other people use Deswa, but not me, because Deswa is like the other name or some shit. And and I think four other people. Deswa is the first. Second is Keenan O'Mee. If y'all don't know who that is, I don't know who that is either. I know what she looks like, but she's just like an anime girl, like eating a strawberry and some shit. I'll post that on I will like send an image of the terrorists to y'all on something January, February, I don't know. But on February, I'll be talking about the February 11th bombing too, after the September 11th attacks. So, hold up. I need to put on a blanket because it's so damn cold in here. Alright, anyways, just like the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center, like, opened in 1973 or 74, but the World Chillmatic Center, instead, like, a building, like, the exact same day the Twin Towers were, like, built, they built it on, shit, hold on. Let me think. They were built on, they were built on October 23rd, 2016, instead of 2001. I don't know why, but that is, like, the exact same day or year that the, Roblox City Destruction or whatever, like, came out. And yeah. Instead of, like, the West Tower being finished first, just like the North Tower, because it was, like, struck first, the East Tower opened first, instead of the West Tower, because the West Tower needed, like, a delay and some shit, because there was, like, something wrong with it, and they needed, like, to repair something, because, like, I think, like, a glass, like, fell and just broke, and that's why the West Tower didn't, like, open first instead of the East Tower. I will be discussing to what if the East Tower or West Tower was, like, smashed, like, whatever tower can be smashed first. What if the East Tower was hit first? If the East Tower was hit first, then it would have been hit on 8:20 something Eastern time. No. It would have been hit at 7:27. I don't know. I think it could have been hit, like, at 8:36 or 8:37, or the tower's gonna get hit, like, an hour later or something. If they would have been hit an hour later, and One World Trade Center would have been, like, crashed at the same at 6:16 instead, like, something, the World Chillmatic Center 3, like, could have been, like, collapsed after. But if the East Tower was hit first, and then it could collapse, like, as soon as the West Tower was hit, or just, like, a couple minutes before the West Tower. So if the East Tower was hit first, and then the West Tower would have been struck second, but what if World Trade Center would have been hit first, things would have been different. Like, if the One World Trade Center would have been hit at 9:04, not 9:04. It could have been hit at like 9:46 or 9:28, like Eastern Standard Time. Like, the terrorists wanted to like hit like the towers, like something, because they just like, I don't know why I did not get enough detail and some shit. I did not get enough detail yet, so alright. So if the East Tower had been hit first, then it could have collapsed before the West Tower had been hit, and the World Trade Center would have collapsed before the West Tower collapsed. Either way, like around Eastern Standard Time, it was like on a Tuesday, and September 11th attacks was on a Tuesday. Maybe they planned it on Tuesday. It's because what? All right, I will be discussing how it could. This secret that Deswan kept was like a big ass historic, not historic. It could have been like a big ass secret to when like the towers were like supposed to get hit on December 4th, just exactly Bluey's birthday. Like, exactly, what if the towers were hit on December 4th and One World Trade Center would have been hit first on December 4th? If the East Tower would have been hit first, since it was like finished built on like first, if it was like hit, if if the World Trade Center and One World Trade Center would have been like hit, then I don't know. If the One World Trade Center would have gotten hit and then collapsed, then that could mean that the tower's like built wrong and some shit. Oh yeah, as of the terrorists, like somebody is the worst, like dead ass. All right, up to first, so I already talked about him. It's Deswan. Second is Kinanomi, and then third one, Paswan. I don't know. Wait, no, not Paswan. Why am I coming up with some random shit? There's two exact dumbasses that like wanted to hit the towers on December 4th or December 9th. I don't know. Shit. On the other hand, the towers could have been hit like later and some shit, or like oh shit. Sorry. The fucking eye infestation. Anyways, the other two terrorists I already posted about. It's like Gray from Sprunky and the Beast Boy from the Ocean from Teen Titans Go. Shit, yeah. Those are all the terrorists that caused the 5/20/25 attacks. Oh, hold up. Alright. Anyways, those are all the terrorists that caused the 5/20/25 attacks. But that's not all about the 5/20/25 attacks. They could have been like the towers. What if the reason why I will explain the why, or what if the something the Twin Black Towers like, I don't know. Anyways, the reason why the East Tower collapsed because the East Tower got hit and one of the things were detached. Like, do y'all know like the walkways to other like to what, do y'all know like the east the halls like were on one of the floors to the other buildings, like the West Tower, East Tower, whatever. Yeah, they detached. I did not know they detached. They detached when both planes hit. When the East Tower was hit, one of the hallway things were detached, and whenever the West Tower got hit, like, one of them got detached. So when the West Tower got hit, whenever the West Tower got hit, one of the things detached from the East Tower just a little bit, and as the East Tower, the other ones from the below them, they were like detached and some shit. I don't know, but what if like it could have been hit on 12/25/25? That's like in a few days. We all could not have not known like the attacks like yet. The reason like the World Chillmatics. Oh my god! What the oh, I forgot about that. In a while. Alright, my bad about the shit that's happening in pressure. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, explaining about like as of like the towers, like they could have been like so I forgot what else to say. Alright. I'll be explaining the like oh yeah, I was explaining about the detachments to the halls and shit. As soon as like shit, as soon as like the towers were like hit, one of the things were detached and some shit, and that's why the East Tower collapsed. Because whenever the West Tower was hit, then one of the things at the East Tower like detached, and whenever the East Tower was hit, more of them were like detached from the East Tower, and that is how the East Tower collapsed. But why did the things like detach from the West Tower? The reason why they were detached from the West Tower is because one of them were like one of the halls at the West Tower were like loosened. So as soon as the East Tower collapsed, like all of them like detached and collapsed with the East Tower. And the West Tower, on the other hand, like collapsed like on the other way instead of the like other places, other angles and some shit. The West Tower collapsed like the same way as the South Tower, but not like whenever it was like going straight down while it was like tilted. Like there was other parts that didn't collapse, but as soon as the upper floors collapsed, all of the floors like detached from the ground and collapsed. Just like the North Tower. Like, one of the parts were still standing for like a couple seconds, and they fell too. So, yeah. Alright. 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 Now it's, explaining about the September 11th attacks. Alright, so, the North Tower was hit at 8:46 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I think. Yeah, Eastern Standard Time. The East Tower's like hit. Not East Tower. What the fuck am I talking about? The North Tower was hit first. And the South Tower was hit second. But the North Tower was finished first. And the South Tower finished last. I think that's why the planes hit like the North Tower first instead of the South Tower. Some shit. And 903, the South Tower like struck, but by a United Airlines and the North Tower was hit by American Airlines. South Tower was hit by United Airlines. The Pentagon was hit like hit by an American Airlines. And then Flight 93, which I've been to the memorial before, vlogged it. Y'all should go watch it. As the Flight 93, it got hit, but it was hit it hit Shanksville by United Airlines. But the reason why they crashed to Shanksville, but instead of they were planning on hitting the White House in DC, but instead of that, one of the passengers were trying to save all the passengers in Flight 93, but they failed. They all knew they was gonna die. They all knew they was gonna die and some shit. They crashed into a field in Shanksville. Because they were defending the other passengers and some shit. As of United Airlines 175, after the plane hit the South Tower, if you speed up the video a lot, a couple, you can see the South Tower swaying. I seen the video, and I was like, why the fuck is the South Tower shaking a lot? And then I realized after the plane hit, the South Tower swayed a lot slow. I didn't even see it. I think I first heard about the attack since December 2024, I think. Or at school or whatever. I don't even know why they're not teaching about September 11th attacks anymore and some shit at schools. Anyways, the South Tower was swaying. I seen the video, but there was no other videos about the North Tower swaying and some shit. But I will tell you why the South Tower collapsed and the North Tower. Because the core was a lot weak when the planes hit, and the temperatures were rising, but on the below they were just rising slowly. But on the top, the temperature, due to the temperature, the core to the buildings were weakened and some shit, and that's how the Twin Towers collapsed. As of Flight 77, the outer core of the Pentagon collapsed. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all. At 9:37, the Pentagon was hit, and at 10:03, Shanksville was hit due to the passengers on board, defending the plane, and yeah. What if alright, I'll be explaining or what if the Twin Towers would have been hit, an hour later or some shit. There could have been a lot more people in the buildings. Instead of 2,900, instead of 2,997, the Twin Towers there could have been 3,000 or 4,000 in the the Twin Towers, the World Trade Center. But there could have been a little more people in the Pentagon. Yeah. Or there could have been people in the Pentagon, I think. Whenever the Pentagon was hit, alright, now I'm talking about what happened to the White House and the Capitol building. The people in the Capitol building and the White House, they all evacuated from there because they think the planes are gonna hit the White House or the Capitol building. But what if the fourth target made it? So if the fourth target made it to the White House or Capitol building, the Capitol building could have collapsed, or the White House, same as the Pentagon, or one of the Twin Towers, Or they could have been like, I'm not sure. Like if the fourth target was made, then since all the people evacuated, that no one could have been in the White House. Like the White House could have been like all evacuated, and no people would have been killed in the White House. I don't think people were killed in the Pentagon. I'm not exactly sure if people were killed in the Pentagon or not. If people were killed in the Pentagon, then I think, I don't know. Anyways, back to like, what if the fourth target hit? So, if the fourth target hit, the plane's gonna hit the Capitol building or the White House. Cause if the White House could have been hit, then nothing would have happened to the people but on the people on board. They could have been killed in the they could have crashed into the White. If they crashed into the Capitol building, then I think it would collapse like a couple minutes after the planes hit. The plane hit the Capitol building, but I think the Capitol building could have been hit instead of like the passengers like taking over the or defending the passengers from like dying from something else, but they just died. I learned about Tom Beamer and I forgot like the other person. I'll be explaining to you like Todd Beamer is what I mean. Todd Beamer is who I learned and I forgot the Asian guy. I think he was like Chinese or something. I don't know, I forgot his name. I know Todd Beamer. Why do I keep saying Tom? Todd Beamer. Yeah, I'll explain to you about him like about his age and some shit, but yeah. I'll explain to y'all before I talk about the 211. Anyways, if the White House was, I already explained about the Capitol building. Now I'm explaining about the White House. So if the White House would have been hit, then it could have still stood like for a couple hours, and like, yeah, it could have stood for a couple hours and then collapsed. But I'll be explaining to you why. There was this building. It was like one of the World Trade Center buildings. The World Trade Center building was like World Trade Center 7, like collapsed. Same as World Trade Center 3 was hit like hours but after the planes hit. No, not planes. Oh shit. Like the reason why the World Trade Center 7 like collapsed is because the North Tower debris and some like stuff. One of the North Tower debris like caused the building to catch on fire, and like the other like parts of like the Twin Towers like collapsed on the World Trade Center 7. Like the core was like, I think the core is like broken like after North and South Tower collapsed. They're not. I think it was just the North Tower the reason why the World Trade Center 7 like collapsed. The North Tower like debris and some shit hit World Trade Center 7, and that's what caused it to collapse like hours later. That's why this building, World Trade Center 7, collapsed. I'll show y'all the footage before I end the video of the World Trade Center 7. And I'll be showing y'all like the video of the South Tower swaying after I talk about the 211. Like, so, there was like, the reason why the people was jumping off the Twin Towers on not because of like the burning due to the they have no way out and some shit. They couldn't find no way out. They decided to jump out the Twin Towers. Some stayed. Some waited until the towers collapsed, and some people jumped. There was like over 200 people that jumped off the World Trade Center. That's what my mom told me. Y'all seen my mom. She appeared in the Flight 93 memorial video. Like, there was like over 200. No, not 200. Yeah, 200. There was over 200 people jumping off the Twin Towers. It was bad. People had to see. People had to like experiment it. Yeah, like it was bad for them. It was so bad for them to watch that one of the people started crying and shit. Not from in the towers, but the people that seen both planes get hit, seen both planes hit the World Trade Center. Like, like the reason why there's like a lot of people stuck in the Twin Towers is because the elevator's like broken, and I think like yeah, the elevators weren't working. Other stairwells weren't working. The other stairwells were probably like destroyed, but stairwell A, where I think somebody saved like a lady, and I think somehow eventually died. I think somehow the guy eventually died. I think I forgot his name. He was like, I think he wanted to be like a firefighter or some shit. I think he was like a firefighter. I think I don't know. I'll just say like this boy was like wanting to be a firefighter, and he had this like mask or whatever the thing is. He used that to like not breathe in like the smoke or something. He was like using that so he doesn't breathe in the smoke. But oh yeah, I was thinking about explaining the 1993 bombing after 9/11 or 2/11. Oh no, after 9/11. All right, one more thing. The reason why Flight 93 hit Shanksville at 10:03 instead of like somewhere around like 8 o'clock. So the flight of Flight 93 was delayed. I don't know why, but it just did. I'll explain to y'all like in the next part, I think. I'll be recording the next part like around Christmas. And yeah. So like the reason why Flight 93 was like delayed to 9:45 because like I think it was like due to something. I don't know. Alright. I'm gonna talk about the Flight 93, not Flight 93, like 1993 bombing. The bombing incident. So the 1993 bombing incident happened. Ah, shit. So the 1993 bombing incident happened in the Twin Towers. And like. So the reason why the Twin Towers was like blown up by a bomb. Al Qaeda, Osama bin Laden didn't like cause the 1993 incident. I think like somebody. Oh no! I think like an Oklahoma person like did all that. Did like the 1993 shit. The like did the attacks. Like I think he was from like Oklahoma. the towers didn't collapse. Because I think the people there was like a van that was like loaded with bombs. And they meant to like collapse the North Tower to the South Tower. But they could have parked it into like the corner where the North Tower is. And the North Tower could have collapsed to the South Tower. Or what if the North Tower's like hit at another angle or direction? Then the South Tower could have still stood, but the 9/11 could have not happened. So like, say you're the person that's on the observation deck of the Twin Towers, and suddenly you feel like a wild shake or something, or if you're like somewhere in the towers and you like see smoke coming out of the vents, and then you think it was like a fire that's like somewhere from the air conditioning or like the the air conditioning. They let me see, like you're like in like somewhere that's like close to the like garage or like the higher floors, like that's above that. Let me just say, like you are seeing like smoke, and you think like there's something going on with the AC, but ACs can't like the ACs like get like a little bit of smoke, but you just think the AC's on fire, but somebody says like I think they made like they make an announcement about like there's an explosion in the garage in the Marriott. So y'all know like the World Trade Center 3 was like between the Twin Towers, and then let me just say like a van like parked into like um uh a van like parked into the garage, and then like with the bombs and shit, and exploded the whole entire building. And let's just say you're at the North Tower, like you like see some smoke, right? And you like think like, oh no, the air conditioning is like not working and some shit. And somebody says, I think there was like a bomb that like exploded in like in the Marriott hotel, like beneath the Marriott hotel, like World Trade Center 3. Like you're just saying, oh my god, fucking Marriott was like, they think like the ace. I think they're like thinking like the air conditioner was like breaking in some shit. So they were like thinking that there was something going on with the AC. They were like, oh no, I think I already talked about that. Yeah, I did. Anyways, like, just say you're like the person that is just concerned about like the smoke and some shit. You're like, what's going on and what the fuck is happening? And let's just say somebody comes into your office room saying like there was like a bomb that was detonated in like the garages, and you would say, the Marriott hotel was like exploded, I think. You could have been probably thinking like there's something going on to like did a car exploded, but no, it was like a massive explosion, like detonated all of this. The terrorist was doing this just like to kill like 50,000 people in the World Trade Center. Like if you're like on like the floors and somebody said like a car exploded in or like a bomb detonated and something like that, and then you were just like, oh my god, I think we were about almost dead. And like some people thinking that they're gonna die, that's because like something else. But no, you're completely alive today. It's been like 32 years since the incident, the bombing incident. Like, you're just at home chilling. Like, whenever, like, the 33rd anniversary hits. I think it's, like, the 33rd anniversary. No, it could have happened in 1992. Like, it happened in 1993. And then, like... Anyways. Some people were, like... What was I gonna say? You would probably think, like... eventually the tower, like, collapsed in something. Like, you're just completely fine today. And nothing exactly happened to you. And you're just chilling at home. I don't know, just like fucking around on your phone or some shit. Thinking about like the terrorist attack from 1993. Probably thinking that. Oh yeah, one quick talk. So did y'all know, the Empire State Building was hit by a plane, but not on purpose? Like, there's like a world, I think this plane was like from Germany. It's like a World War plane or something. I think it was like in 1945 in July, a plane hit the Empire State Building. Like, everyone survived. And like, there was like a lady on like an elevator, and as soon as the plane smacked, I think the elevators went down, slams into the bottom of the Empire State Building. Her fingers, her toes, a couple of body parts were broken, like bent all over the place. Dude, it was freaking tragic. I think somebody think like the Empire State Building was getting attacked. Let's just say like.
That's when I get the fair. I want you to say. That's how like we're gonna say. I want you to, the horn and the siren goes. I want you to say, "Oh, that's scary."
Okay, that's just fire. Anyways, okay, what if you were like in the Empire State Building, like, and a plane smacks into your your like a couple floors from you. Let's just say like a plane just like smacks into one of your floors, and you just think you just say like you're getting attacked or something, like somebody's attacking the Empire State Building. I think somebody was like, is something bad gonna happen? But hell no, something bad ain't gonna happen. Like, Empire State Building was like hit. And let's just say you were like at the something floor. You were probably thinking like there was like terrorists. Like, it was not like any like flight planes, it was just like a military plane that smacked into the Empire State Building. And you were probably thinking that the Empire State Building was attacked, but no, it was like an accident. And that's it. Alright, anyways. I'm gonna talk about the 211. And show you all the video of the World Trade Center 7 collapsing. And yeah. Alright, so on 211, World Showmatic Center 3, like, got bombed by a random plane. And then, not plane, like, a bomb, like, exploded in the World Showmatic Center 3, like, on February 11th. The World Showmatic Center didn't even collapse. But you should watch that video about like the world and how like what if the World Showmatic Center like collapsed. Like, let's just say like you're on like on top of the East Tower, and you hear like an explosion at the World Chillmatic Center, and you were probably thinking that it was just like an explosion somewhere at the Roblox Twin Towers or somewhere in the World Larissa Center, or let's just say you're like on top of the West Tower or East Tower. Like, you could have heard like an explosion. You thought it was, you were like probably thinking it was like a car that exploded, but no, it is just like a bomb that detonated in World Chillmatic Center 3, and it could have collapsed to like to the Roblox Twin Towers or the East Tower. Let's just say like the World Chillmatic Center 3 like collapsed, and you're like in the floor that the World Chillmatic Center 3 like collapsed onto, and you were like dead. You could have been dead like right now. You could have been dead just now. Like, you could have been dead, some shit like that. Like, let's just say, like, you were, like, on the observation deck of the, World Chillmatic Center 3, and you were, like, hearing an explosion, like, from the bottom of the top. I'm gonna show y'all the video on the, I will show y'all, like, the observation decks of the, East Tower, West Tower, anywhere like that. Like, let's just say, like, you're in, like, the building, like, that's next to the World Chillmatic Center 3. And you were thinking exactly that your building was, like, attacked. But no. The World Chillmatic Center 3 was, like, attacked. Like, let's just say, like, you probably thought that 9/11 was happening again. But no, you just thought twice about the Roblox Twin Towers. And you were like just standing on top of the, let's just call it the World Larissa Center 3 or 7 or whatever. 6, 7 or 67. What the fuck am I talking about? 60s, not 6, what the fuck? 6 or 7 World Larissa Center. Like, let's just say you're like on top of the World Larissa Center. Just like where the first video of the East Tower getting hit. And like, and people were like bullshitting about like the towers getting hit. Like, let's just say your brain was like bullshitting about like the 9/11's happening again. Like, you just kept bullshitting about 9/11. And let's just say I'm in Mongolia that day. I think... Oh, wait! Let me talk about, like, more about the 5/20/25 attacks. So, like, I think Bluey was there on 5/20/25. Yeah! Bluey saw, like, the whole towers collapse and shit. Yeah, Bluey told me that. I was like, nah! Dude! Bluey was, like, at Mongolia that day. She saw the planes hitting the World Chillmatic Center, both towers, West Tower, East Tower. Bluey almost died, because she was, like, at the World Chillmatic Center 3, like, watching the towers burn, and she saw the East Tower collapsed. Bluey ran away from the collapse, from the rubble. And let's just say, what if Bluey was in the West Tower when the West Tower got hit by like the planes? Bruh, she would have been injured. Her leg could have been broken. Her arms could have been broken. Somewhere around her body could have been broken. Or let's just say that Bluey was like at the impact zone of the East Tower before the East Tower would have been hit. And then she went all the way down, scared, because she thinks she's gonna die from the collapse of the World Chillmatic Center. Bluey remembers the September 11th attacks. She thought like the East Tower was gonna hit, and guess what? 7:45, boom! East Tower gets hit. Bluey's brain was right. She's a very kind kid, very polite. Her brain is working well on 5/20/20. Her brain was working well. She was like thinking about the 9/11 attacks. Like, bro, she was exactly right on her brain, bro. No, her brain was like, no, she was right on herself. Because the East Tower was hit like second, and Bluey was like lucky, like dead ass. Yeah, Bluey was like in the East Tower somewhere. After the West Tower got hit, like a couple minutes before the East Tower was hit, Bluey was. Y'all know, like, Bluey's a very kind kid, not cause any fucking problems. I cause problems to, like, video games sometimes. Like, some shit. Anyways, Bluey doesn't cause problems. She didn't cause 9/11. Obviously, she wasn't born that day. Anyways, Bluey was there. She saw both planes hit. Even though she saw, like, the West Tower getting hit, she saw the whole plane, like, smack into the, West Tower. And let's just say, like, what if the East Tower... Like I just said, what if the East Tower was at her hit first? Bluey wouldn't have been injured. Since, like, the stairwells are broken, she could have still climbed down. As, like, the first 5/20/25 attacks video was, like, all wrong. And, like, no one was in the Twin Black Towers. There was, like, a couple people in the Twin Black Towers. And, like, yeah. How about this? Let's just say, like, you're in the One World Trade Center, and me and my two friends that I ride my bus to school with, both names Tristan, one named no. One's named Tristan, one's named Joel. Like, imagine me, him, and Tristan was like in One World Trade Center, and then like a plane like smacks into the World Trade Center, and we think it was like an accident, and I was like, oh shit, the World Trade Center was hit, and then like 9/11's happening again or something. But what if like Joel says like it's like an accident and some shit? But I just think it's wrong, but yeah. Like, let me just say, like, I was in, like, one of the planes. Like, I didn't give a shit. Like, I would've been dead. I didn't even create this channel. I could have created this channel. Like, what if everything was a lie and shit? Alright, anyways. So what if, like, World Larissa Center, one of those buildings collapsed? I am not exactly sure what could happen, but I'll probably think about it like a year anniversary comes around. Some other shit. Yeah. Alright. Back at the, like, 2/11. So what if you were, like, in the World Show... I think, like, yeah, 3 people died in the World Showmatic Center 3. How about this? Let's just say that you were in, like, the bottom floors, like, a little bit above the, bombing site. Or not bomb, the where the bomb had detonated. Let's just say you were just, like, injured and breathing all that smoke in because you were, like, afraid to die and some shit. But the World Showmatic Center, like, stood still and no fucking... Oh my shit! My bad, that was just fuck the hiller. Okay, I'm sorry. Alright, anyways. So let's just say you were like in the bot. I already said that. Like, you know what? I'll just skip all that. Alright. Let me just explain more, like, about 5/20/25 or September 11th attacks or whatever. Or I could just still talk. Or I could just, like, still talk about, like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna kill myself and show y'all, like, the videos of the World Trade Center 7, like, the South Tower swaying. Here, I'll die first, and then I'll show you, like, or I could have just left or whatever. Yeah, I don't give a shit. Alright. I'll be showing y'all, like, what if you were, like, on top of the World Chillmatic Center. 3 or 2 or 1. The first one is the East Tower, second one is the East, and third one is the other one, or whatever the fuck it is. This City Destruction Zone was made by Mimatofia. Me and Kenny, like, named in Mongolia. Some shit. I don't know why, but we just named it. Her name is Kenny. I said, like, the wrong name the whole time. Alright, let's just say you... Hold on, let me just turn on this music here. Alright. Like, Bluey was, like, at this floor, like, right here. Like, just right there. Exactly. Here, let's just say you're, like, at the third, let's just, like, say that Bluey was exactly gone on top. Like, I think Bluey was, like, somewhere, like, she was, like, beneath the impact zone, or, like, no, she was, like, right here. Yeah, she was right here. She was, like, looking at the West Tower like this, and a plane came up and exploded the West Tower. And then Bluey, like, comes down to the bottom. Let's just say, like, Bluey came down to the bottom. And let's just say Bluey was right here. And the East Tower had been hit. Here, let's just... This is what Bluey saw. This is like a POV. And this is what she saw. That's what she saw. And then here... Hold up. I think she was, like, over, like, at that. Let's just say she was, like, over here. Near this balloon guy. And she's seen the tower collapse. She's seen the East Tower collapsed. So this is my avatar. Pretend like this is Bluey. She ran, like, right over here. Like, she ran to the Kenny Reaper Dice Center. And to the World Larissa Center. Like, somewhere, like, I'll just say she ran, like, somewhere onto the mountain. She was, like, right here in the West Tower was collapsing at the spot. She was fucking dude, the fucking, the way it just collapsed, dude. Bro, Bluey was devastated. Jeez. Dude, that could have been scary, bro. Alright, let's just... And Bluey saw the whole collapse of World Chillmatic Center 3. And Bluey was, like, somewhere over here. Like, right here. Let me just place a trip mine there. It's just, like... The core of the building was, like, all smashed and shit. And let's just say that, like, this floor was hit. Or not hit. Alright. This is where Bluey was watched. Okay. World Chillmatic Center 3. Slowly collapsing. Bluey, oh my god. Bluey would have been devastated. Dude, seeing the rubble and shit, dude, she would have been devastated. Like, let's just say you're Bluey. Hold up. Let's just say you're Bluey and you saw the whole collapse of the World Showmatic Center. You just run into the hotel. Bluey was finding her mom that time. And let's just say, like, Bluey was, like, exactly on this floor. Like, pretend like this guy's Bluey and that's, like, the World Showmatic Center victim from 211. Like, yeah. Dude, the antenna, though, to the West Tower. Yo, the West Tower's antenna, bro. Dude, look at all this rubble. Here, let's just say, like, you're in, like, a helicopter and you see all the World Showmatic Center remains. Like, this building right here is, like, probably one of the World Showmatic Center. Like, and it, like, collapsed all the way down. Dude, let's see. This is the World Olive Center I'm about to head to. Let's see what the rubble looks like from up here. Dude, that is just creepy. Just seeing the whole entire attacks. Y'all seen like the parts that of the West Tower and East Tower getting hit. And let's just say like you're over here. But somehow you survive. But somehow you saw like all the attacks in some way, some shit. Yeah. And right here is the Kenny Reaper Dice Center. Let's just say what if the Kenny Reaper Dice Center collapsed, but if the West Tower was like collapsed like the other angle. This is what could happen. So here's the Kenny Reaper Dice Center. And it's collapsing right now. It's collapsing due to the flames of the West Tower. Like, it just collapses down. But nothing, like, it, like, smacks onto the ground. Like, let's just say, like, this part, like, didn't collapse. And, like, and you were, like, at, like, the, one of the floors, like, right here. Like, let's just say you were, like, right here. And you were holding on deep tight. And you just fall to the ground. Like, the whole entire floors fall to the ground. And whenever the Kenny Reaper Dice Center collapsed, let's just say there was, like, an oil leak at the World Larissa Center 7. And then let's just, like, let's just say, like, there's, like, an oil leak, and then the parts of the building, like, blew up, and then, like, collapsed down. Like, so let's just say, like, you were, like, on the floors, seeing the Kenny Reaper Dice Center, like, collapse, and you feel a sudden sway, and it's the whole entire, building collapsing, and you're just praying to God that hopefully you don't die. Alright. Like, let's just say you're right here. And you feel like the whole entire sway. Like, this whole entire floor right here, like, collapses on another. another, and another. And there's like an oil leak, like around here somewhere. And it detonated instantly. Like you could have found somewhere to hold on, but there was nowhere to hold on. And like, you just die instantly. Like, you just die to the first exact floor and just... And let's just say, like, if you're, like, unconscious, like, you're right here, like, on this exact floor right here, dude, some other, like, what if, like, you were, like, right here in, like, one of the, parts of the World Larissa Center 7 parts are, like, Kenny Reaper Center, like, like, punctures your lung or injects you, like, in your insides, and you probably just die months after. Like, dude, it's even worse for the Kenny Reaper Center. What if you were, like, holding on tight? Like, you were, like, right here, and, like, the building collapses. Like, you just walk. Here, let's just say, like, you were, like, on one of these floors here, and you just climb the whole way and looking out for help, but there's no one. But you just shimmy down this part, and shimmy down this part, and, like, you're, like, stepping on the rubble of the Kenny Reaper Center. Walk to the, World Chillmatic Center remains and just enter this, like, part. Like, let's just, like, what if the World Larissa Center, like, this building could have collapsed like this? Fucking slow, eh? Alright, let's just say you're on a helicopter. And like, the World Larissa Center the World Larissa Center, like, collapsed onto you. And, like, you could have been dead, like, glass shards impale you. Yeah. Like, the World Larissa Centers, like, are still standing today, and the Kenny Reaper Center still standing today. These towers, the Twin Roblox towers. Alright. Now I'm gonna show y'all, like, the videos of, like, the World Trade Center, like, let's just say, like, I'll show y'all, like, the World Trade Center 7 collapsing. Like, dude, the World Trade Center 7 collapsed literally at the perfectest timing ever. The reason why is because the World Trade Center 7 collapsed at 5:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like, bruh. Dude, that could have been crazy. Like, that's crazy. Like, South Tower. Okay, South Tower and Impact Sway in HD. Let's just say the South Tower got hit, and like, and you're probably thinking like nothing's happening right now. Like whatever you like slow or speed it up a little bit, here's what it would look like. Like it like swayed a little bit. Hold up. Let me just go to play the back speed, 2x speed, or 2x speed. I think it's like swayed. Oh no. South Tower sway. Hit the wrong video. South Tower sway. Okay, let's just do like a reaction video. And here's like the South Tower like got hit. And you're probably thinking like nothing happened at all. And like you can barely see like here's like a comparison to like it's like swayed. The green dot does not move. Watch the green line. Like a little bit after the plane hits. Alright, compare. The South Tower sways. It's like it's like some parts 10 times faster. Here it is, swaying. Like literally swaying. The South Tower swaying. Alright, we go 20x faster. South Tower swaying. And alright, I'll show you all the World Trade Center 7. Trade Center 7. You just give it a minute. Alright. I'll show you one video. And I'll like end the video. The collapse of World Trade Center 7. Alright, watch the top. The top collapsed. And the other top collapses and it like went down. Oh shit, hold up. Forgot I was at 2x speed. My brain don't work. Alright, the collapse of World Trade Center 7. Alright, watch the top right there. Alright, it's going down. And the other parts go down and then like the whole building collapse. And like let's just like say like you were like this cameraman, you were like what seeing World Trade Center 7. Oh, there it is, the other clip. Dude, it collapsed like there was like a bomb detonated in there. Like it's like a bomb detonated in World Trade Center 7. Just let y'all know, like, no one was killed in World Trade Center 7. I think I already told you all about it. Look at all these people reacting to it. I bet there's like thousands. There's like thousands watching World Trade Center 7 like collapsing. Dude, that's just crazy. Is that it? Oh no, that's not it. There's like other like... Here, watch the top. The top is collapsing. And I think it heads down to the bottom and it just instantly collapses. Wow. Alright. That's all for the video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribing. You all. Bye.